Hi everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit speech therapy clinic solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world to regain and retain your ability to speak and to swallow. Did you know that 90% of people with Parkinson's struggle with their speech and their swallowing, but our Speak Out therapy can help you. We have been working our way through the Speak Out workbook. This is the program. This is the full Speak Out therapy program, and hopefully you're all working with a speech language pathologist on that. And today we're going to be working through Lesson 7. Lesson 7. I also want to mention I'm wearing red today because after today's session at 10:30, I am hosting a Zoom meeting to educate people about Parkinson Voice Project's campaign to reach America. Have you heard about our campaign to reach America? It's a $20 million campaign. And so far we have raised $11.4 million. And it is a campaign that is going to make Speak Out therapy, the one-on-one treatment, accessible to people with Parkinson's all across America. In fact, it's a plan that came about during the pandemic. And the only thing stopping us from doing it right now is raising enough money. In fact, we could do it tomorrow. Everybody with Parkinson's in America could have access, but it's the funding. So if you'd like to learn more about the campaign to reach America, this is our whole program. It's called Their Voices Must Be Heard, our campaign to reach America. Beth is going to post the Zoom link, and I hope you'll enjoy me. And that'll be a Zoom meeting so that I can see you and you can see me. All right, let's all take a sip of water, and we're moving on to Lesson 7 in the Speak Out workbook. We're going to get a great workout. We're starting out with the warm-up. That's the first Speak Out exercise. We use the M sound because it is the most forward sound. So think about it like the K sound is in the back of the mouth. The M sound is the most forward sound we have. And we want you to project your voice forward. So let's start with this. May, me, my, mo, moo. Connect the sounds. May, me, my, mo, moo. Lift your voice. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. We're being very deliberate. Let's take a sip of water. Every syllable with intent, every time you say anything, not just when you do these exercises. Okay. Speak Out exercise number 2 is the ahs. We are coordinating our breathing muscles with the vocal folds, and when the sound comes out clear, that means that everything is in sync. Everything is working the way it should when the voice sounds clear. So if your voice sounds breathy or raspy, you want to project out forward a little bit more and see if it clears up. Let's try our first ah. Are you able to keep it nice and steady the whole way through? Don't trail off. Let's do it again. Good. Let's do it again. Good. If it doesn't sound clear, try to project out, not yell. Project your voice out forward. Let's do a shorter one. One more. Good job. Let's take a sip of water. We've earned it. Thank you, by the way, to everybody who has made a donation already to our June fundraiser. Keep in mind, you're only going to get letters from Parkinson Voice Project twice a year, in June and the end of the year. And I only talk about fundraising in these online sessions during June and towards the end of the year. The rest of the time, I'm going to work like crazy to help you to regain and retain your speech and swallowing. I do meet with donors separately throughout the year on projects like the Campaign to Reach America. But otherwise, as far as solicitations and when we'll talk about it here, only twice a year. All right, next, speak out exercise, the glide. Project a steady ah forward. It's important that it's a steady ah. There's several reasons we do this, but you are taking back control over your voice. So we don't want a glide that is not controlled. We don't want you just going, ah! I hear some people do that at first. That's not the voice we want. Steady ah, then slowly glide up. Here we go. Stop. And that's how it's done. Let's do it again. Good. Let's do it again. Let's take a sip of water. This is not an easy exercise, but it's so important, and that's why I hope that all of you are working one-on-one with a Speak Out provider who can help you to refine these exercises. Let's do 2 more glides. Ready? Good. One more. One last one. Very nice. All right. Now another sip of water. So we're working out of the Speak Out workbook. If you're working with a Speak Out provider, you have this workbook. If you're in the U.S., we've shipped you a workbook. And if you're outside of the U.S., and if you're in the U.S., you have access to our e-library, okay? So we want you to have access to the workbook, but you need to be working with a speech-language pathologist. We do not sell this workbook. All right. We're moving on to the counting. We're re-coordinating our breathing pattern. It's important that you lift your voice. So it's 1, 2. It's not 1, 2. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect them. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's go backwards. Lift your voice. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep in mind, we're trying to activate the speech and the swallowing muscles, so it is important that you're lifting your voice because something is happening to the vocal folds at that point that doesn't happen if you just do it monotone. One more time, start at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Very good. Okay, let's take a sip of water. If you are on our mailing list, you probably received an email about today's Campaign to Reach America webinar. 2 emails went out. The first one was not supposed to go out. That was a draft. And then the second one, but the Zoom link should be there. It's a Zoom meeting. All right, we're moving on to the reading. I'm going to show you. We're working out of lesson 7 out of the workbook. So you notice when we were doing lessons 1, 2, 3, they were short phrases. And now by lesson 7, there are 25 lessons. By lesson 7, the sentences are getting a little bit longer. I want you to read every sentence with intent. Exaggerate the last word. Ready? Start again. I'm glad you are here. Again. I'm glad you are here. Next. I will call you tomorrow. Stretch out the highlighted again. I will call you tomorrow. Next. My appointment is at 9. Again. My appointment is at 9. Next. Let's go to a movie. Again. Let's go to a movie. Stretch out the highlighted word. You're taking control of over your voice. Ready? Turn on the television. Again. Turn on the television. Next. It is raining outside. Again. It is raining outside. Next. I need to talk to you. Again. I need to talk to you. Take a sip of water. Now what I did, I took the same sentences we just read and I highlighted the first word instead. So you're building strength, endurance, you're controlling your voice. A lot of times when I work with people, they say, I can't control my voice. When I open my mouth to talk, I can't be certain how it's going to sound. Well, with these exercises, we're helping you to take back control over your voice. Stretch out the first word in these sentences, and we'll just read each one once. Ready? I'm glad you are here. Next one. I will call you tomorrow. Next. My appointment is at 9. Next. Let's go to a movie. Next. Turn on the television. Next. It is raining outside. Next, I need to talk to you. Okay, so how did you do with those? I want you to know, if you download this reading material, look at all the other sentences. This is all part of Lesson 7. So you can download the reading material from our website, okay, and you can get that full lesson. So you can tell when you work with a speech pathologist, you are doing a lot more when you work one-on-one than just what we do in the home practice, okay? Now, for the cognitive exercise in Lesson 7, I want everybody just say this word. Ready? Apple. Now let's spell it and connect the letters. Ready? A-P-P-L-E. Now close your eyes, everybody, and spell it. A-P-P-L-E. Open your eyes. Spell it backwards. E-L-P-P-A. Close your eyes and spell it backwards. Ready? E-L-P-P-A. So with these sessions, I'm trying to give you lots of ways that you can practice. So you say the word, you spell it forwards, you close your eyes, you spell it forward again, you spell it backward, you close your eyes, you spell it backward again. Now, make up a sentence with the word apple and say every word with intent. All right. Now, I want you to name different kinds of apples and say every single word with intent. This is how you learn to speak with intent. You do exercises to strengthen the muscles, and then you practice speaking with intent. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words, and then instead of the bonus reading, we're going to do more of those words like I just showed you, apple. Let's go ahead and do each of these words twice, though. Ready? Gula-gang-ga-ga. Gula-gang-ga-ga. Next one. Ku-ka-mangu-ka. Ku-ka-mangu-ka. Next one. Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. All right, go ahead and take a sip of water. If you're working with a Speak Out provider, you have access to the e-library. You gain access from your Speak Out provider, from your speech language pathologist. He or she will have a link to give you free access to the e-library. And Dr. Boone's words are in the e-library. So if you have not accessed that, please go back to your speech pathologist and they have the code for you. All right? Instead of doing bonus reading, I want to do a little bit more work on these words. Give you lots of examples of how you can practice at home. Everybody say this word with intent. Ready? Early. When you said it, did you speak out? Do it again. Early. Now spell it and connect the letters. E-A-R-L-Y. Now close your eyes and spell it. E-A-R-L-Y. Now open your eyes. Spell it backwards. Y-L-R-A-E. Now spell it backwards with your eyes closed. Ready? We have to think about it. Y-L-R-A-E. That was a lot harder. So you can take words, spell them forward and backward. Now, make up a sentence with the word early and say every single word with intent. Now, to make it more challenging and to make you think even more, I want you to make up a different sentence with the word early. Go ahead, with intent. The purpose of these sentences is to not make to keep the speak out exercises interesting. It's hard because everybody with Parkinson's is going to have to do these exercises every single day. So I've been doing this for 24 years. I have lots of different ways to help you to regain and retain your speech and your swallowing. And so I hope that these sessions are helping you. All right, in about 9 minutes, we are going to start a Zoom meeting where you can learn about our campaign to reach America. Oh, I wanted to show you a picture. Last week, we were training speech-language pathologists in our clinic. So here are our first 16 Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers at these 16 universities. Our treatment is being provided at no cost, just like we do at Parkinson Voice Project, and they're providing treatment online so they can treat anybody in their state at no cost. So our campaign is to get 50 of them, but I want to show you one other picture. Last week during our symposium, when we were training the faculty members from the different centers, our Parkinson Voice advocates were here, and we got to meet our advocates from all different parts of the country, and so I wanted to show that really neat picture. All right, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you will click on that link. It's in the chat, or you received an email this morning with the Zoom link, and I'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you. Bye-bye.